Hey guys, welcome to another day on the shop. Today, we're working on the Focus. It's not here. I'm gonna pull it in. We have a lot of issues with it. I've had to download FORScan, get an adapter for my computer, and I'm going to go through all the systems. I think my ABS module's gone bad, and I'm contemplating on if my TCM is going bad. It's shifting horribly. Really bad knocking sounds from the gearbox while slowly accelerating. Until it warms up, it's horrible. I'm going to check fluid in and everything else, but my contemplation is my TCM's going bad or my entire gear setup is going bad. You got to love these Ford Focuses. Man, Ford really made a product to where you can work on it as much as you want, because that's all you're going to be doing. It's just as bad as a Nissan 240. All it does is stay on jack stands. So let me pull it in, and we're going to get the FORScan computer out and take a look at everything and see what we actually need to do to it. So let's get it in here. All right, so I have downloaded FORScan on my computer. I have bought this for FORScan off of Amazon. It's going to be in a link in the description below. Easy thing. Free 2-month trial for FORScan. So I don't have to pay for it. If I run over this, I'll just swap emails and continue on with another key. Oh, let's get in here. All right, so we're plugged up to the FORScan. I'm going to turn the car to the on position. And now we're going to see if we can load some stuff. All right, well, with this, I had to make sure this was plugged in good, and it gave enough time for this to adapt to the adapter. Now, just going down, checking everything. Got a couple of faults right here. And we're going to continue this until we go through everything and check on everything. So, would I like to change profile? Would you like to save this profile? Yes, I want to save it. All right, well, we're here, and now we're going to start diagnosing and looking at everything to make sure things are happening. Like the PCM, I got to figure that out. ABS, that's the big one. PSCM. So we're going to check all these. So let's go through this. All right, so we went from the information tab to the code reading tab. We've got all these little codes. Let's see. Test not complete. Powertrain control module. This is invalid data received from the anti-lock brake system. So we're going to test the ABS system because that's my main factor in all this. The PCM, we'll have to figure that out itself, and we'll probably run a test on the TCM. But it's mostly the ABS setup that's giving us issues, and we'll probably do a clutch reset because we're having issues with that too. All right, well, all signs point to I need to change out this ABS module. So I've got 2 from the junkyard, and I'm going to take one and replace the one I have in here, and hopefully that changes some things. With FORScan, I did reset the computer, the TCM, and the adaptive learning for the clutches and everything else to try and help with the shifting issue. But now we have an ABS light that will not go away because it says that basically the module is not receiving information or giving information like it should. So, like I said, I've got 2 over here. So this is what they look like inside and out. So keeping them clean, but I need to take them apart from the module in there and replace it. And it's behind the battery, so I've got to take everything out and do that. So I'm going to go do that now. It's going to take a little while. So enjoy the time lapse. well, we got this out now. There's 4 screws all the way around this that hold it to the pump itself. And the module for me is the thing that's not working, so it's this little computer that I showed you. I have another one. So we're gonna pop this out and plug in the other one, and hopefully it works, because the other one's used as well. But yeah, we gotta reconfigure all the lines back in it, and then we gotta pump all the air through the lines and do each brake caliper. So let's pop this pump off and put the new ABS controller on it. All right, so I've changed it out. This is the used one from the junkyard. We're gonna plug it in, see what happens. Hopefully it accepts it, and I just have to change the VIN number that's programmed into the module. So that's what I'm gonna do right now, is just plug it in. I'm not hooking up any of the piping for the brakes, because I just wanna see that. All right, so I've got some jumper cables to the battery. The module's plugged in right now, and we're gonna figure out if it works with the configuration. So I'm gonna go in here and check it and let y'all know what happens. Okay, well, successfully, after running the program and everything else I have to show you, took out all the codes, every single code. This is one of 2 from the junkyard. Here's the other one from the junkyard. It was throwing codes. That one's throwing codes. But this third one, it's not throwing any codes. It's actually taking away every code that was in the computer. And I'm ecstatic. So that might take out all the lights on the dash, and that might fix my speedometer, which wasn't working due to the factor of it going out and it not reading wheel speed sensors and whatnot. But yeah, if this thing can start driving normally and better and everything else and maintain things, I might have a car for a little bit longer, because this thing takes some work. This thing for mechanics is a dream, because all they do would be working on it. That's all they would be doing. And so it would cost you a fortune. But yeah, so with this procedure, it's not difficult. Like I said, I went to the junkyard and got 2 ABS modules, because I wasn't sure if they would work. Both of them are from 2014s. This is a 2014. I didn't get the pump because I didn't need the pump. I just got the modules, and just hooked up to FORScan with the adapter that's linked in the description below. And I'm actually hoping that I'm programming a key right now, because my car's been in valet mode for about a year and I can't stand it. So there's many things that are happening right now, which I'm ecstatic about. Once this all happens, I'll get that pump back in. I just got to unplug it, reroute it back around, and then get all those lines back where they go, which is just tedious. And then after that, I have to drain, or excuse me, not drain, bleed the entire system, starting with back passenger, back driver, front passenger, front driver. And the system can actually bleed itself. So all you got to do is crack open the brake caliper and have a reservoir separate from it, so it gets the air out and it expels it from the system. Suggestion would definitely be have a decent amount of brake fluid on hand, excuse me, and make sure this thing's topped off the entire time you do it. Otherwise, you will probably, I don't know, put air right back in the system. You don't want that. So I'm gonna start cleaning up here. Just to let you know, the bolts for, let's see, you got 3. You got this one that holds the bracket in, and I can't remember, it is a T25. And then the bolts that hold the ABS module in, all 4 of these are a T20. So make sure you have those, because if you don't, you'll have a little bit more difficult time. Alright, now you see it's right back there. Right there. It's back in, plugged in, all the lines are hooked up. Now it's time to put the battery box in, the intake, and then we got to bleed the brakes. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this back in, and then we're going to start bleeding the brakes. Alright, everything is back together now. As you see, I've got my brake fluid out, and now I'm going to start the bleeding process. It calls for a different tool that I don't have, so I'm going to do it the old school way. Open up the bleeder valve, and push the fluid through, starting with the passenger rear tire. We're going to work our way passenger rear, driver rear, passenger front, driver front, and do it that way. It should work. I don't see why it wouldn't work doing that. It just doesn't really reset the, I guess, ABS module the way it should be. Because in essence what it's supposed to do is you're supposed to put pressure on the top line, or on the top of the reservoir up here with the brake fluid, and then let the hydraulics work its way out that way, with just opening both bleeder screws and purging it through one system. So we're just going to do it the old-fashioned way. Open the bleeder, pump the brakes until the air's out, close the bleeder, we're good to go. All right, brakes are bled. Car is back down, and I've got no codes. 0 codes. Let's check it out real quick. Come with me. All right. We normally had the brake, ABS, and traction control lights on. They are off now. Look at that. I don't have any lights. No lights anymore. I do have a horrible vibration issue. My safety key that I gotta fix. But that's it. So, I like it. Alright. Well, that fixed that. So, now I get to go drive it around and see how it works. What I'm gonna do. Well, hopefully this helps you as well. But anything you need for a Ford, I would say, that needs FORScan, this little thing right here works. So, yeah, you can get it and use the free extended, free trial that they have. And it's completely free. Just make sure you have enough work in that 2 months so you don't have to pay for it. That's all you gotta do. So now I get to go work on my Expedition with this little thing and see how it works on there. But yeah, this is in the link in the description below, and check it out. Get one. So like I said, it fixed this. Fixed all the error codes in it. Now I just have to get a key cut so I can get rid of my valet mode that I'm in, because it takes 2 keys for that. But I want to thank you for joining to another episode of The Shop. Check back for more on the Ford Focus, if I still have it. If I don't just throw it in the trash can, I don't know. But yeah, so until next time.